Alright, so what do you got here now? What is this?
It's Cameron. We're going to do a shoot interview with you, Matt Classic.
Do you even know what the term shoot means, son? It was a carnival game they used to play. Rape the Bear, they called it. Of course, he was killed in that bear match of 1934 at the Carnegie Deli Fair, New York City. One of the greatest matches of all time. Stan did not beat the bear. The bear's name was Bojangles. Alright? With condoms. Condoms. You divas disgust me, you and your condoms. You know what we called condoms back in the day? Snapped Brown's arm in two. He said, that's a shoot. That's a shoot. Want to know my information? You guys should be ashamed of yourself. Once took my daughter to the prom and started playing the guitar and started disappearing. It was the weirdest fucking thing I'd seen in my life. Started playing electric guitar. I didn't even know what it was. But I'm a masked man. I keep this mask on. I don't want anybody to know who I am or what I do. Okay? I am from parts unknown.
You gotta give the fans something.
What is this thing?
It's a camera. It's gonna record everything you say.
You're shitting me.
I shit you not.
This thing records what I say.
It's the wave of the future. We've got a good 2 minutes of footage so far.
Wow. Alright. What do you want to know?
How old are you now?
That's none of your business, son. I'm old enough to fucking come over there and stretch you out. Who do you think gave Gorgeous George that gimmick? Who do you think?
His 97-year-old wife.
Correct.
Some stories about Matt Classic, where he's been, where he's going. Road stories.
Is that what a shoot is to you?
Road stories. That's a shoot.
I'll tell you what. 1927. My father taught me what a shoot was. He showed me up in a barn up in North Carolina. Well, it was a hard time for the Classic family, and the territories were gone. That's when I moved over to Bangladesh. Started my own promotion over there. My wrestling style was so fantastic. I was known as the greatest professional wrestler of the Great Depression era. Listen, a lot of people don't know much about me, Matt Classic. Maybe I wasn't wrestling as Matt Classic back then. Alright? I've been in this wrestling game longer than the number of times that you've jerked off in years. Which is a lot. I can only assume. That was an interesting... Wrestling Society X was an interesting event. My friend Cole Cabana took care of everything for me. He signed the papers. I drive a Cadillac. You drive a Cadillac, I drive a Cadillac. Number one. It's the greatest car. Zip you town to town.
How many cars you go through in your day?
Me?
Yeah.
Cadillac a week to go over to Australia and have all-night benders. It was out of control. That was the territory to be in. You wanted to go to Australia. The stipulation was your wife. Okay? And if you lose, you pass on your wife, which is fine because you had another wife in another town, alright? But wives didn't know that. We were in on it. It's all a work. It's all a work. These fucking marks. Alright? I don't mean she would call me up. Pony Express. Matt, come to my hotel. I'm going to be in Los Angeles. Of course you're going to be in Los Angeles. Then all of a sudden she'd be in Arkansas, calling me up, Pony Express. Day by day, these chicks were unbelievable. I was making the motion pictures. Now all I stick to wrestling. Wrestling and bottle tournaments. These kids, they call themselves superstars today. Sports entertainers. I've read in the sheets, in the magazines. I've read sports entertainment. It makes me sick. Makes my father sick. Makes my grandpappy sick. Wrestling through and through. That's all I know. That's all I know. I know wrestling, and every day, 6 a.m. after my 17-mile run, 17 egg whites, 2 cartons of Marlboro, and a mayonnaise sandwich, I look at the painting I have of Stan Classic, and I look him right in the eyes. Well, right in the one eye. He only had one eye that we painted of him. It was an oil-based painting. And I say I love you, Stan. I will continue the tradition of professional catch-as-can wrestling for you.
You ever follow him on Twitter?
What's a Twitter?
You get 140 characters, you get to type it up, you read short messages. It's not like a newspaper, that's very information intensive. It's just little bursts of information.
Is there Twitter on here?
I don't think there's a Twitter on there.
Bled every night for 19 years straight. Took a year off of bleeding, and then bled every other night for 14 years, and then every Wednesday for 2 years after that at the fairgrounds. I will bleed for this wrestling industry because it puts asses in the seats. Red equals green. They love you. We knew every cop in every town and every name. Every woman in every town, everyone's name. Every guy, every girl, every boy, every man. We knew them all. We were kings of the world.